In a very short period of time, we've experienced amazing growth and success at Southeast Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. And through it all, we've had only one goal: to get you back to life. And when things get better, when you feel better, we'll be right here to cheer you on. Southeast Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, always by your side.
Good afternoon. Beautiful, historic downtown Dexter for tonight's Stoddard County Fair Parade, the 95th year for the Stoddard County Fair. It is a hot one this evening. We are looking forward to the floats, the bands, the pageantry of it all. Aaron Mathis will be joined by Greg in just a few minutes. I want to thank Acor Media for putting this on tonight, and also we are sponsored by Southeast Health of Stoddard County. Southeast Health does a lot of things in the community. They're operating a hospital in a rural area 24 hours a day, which is something you don't see anymore, so we certainly want to thank Southeast Health. Here in just a few moments, we will see Dexter's Police Chief Hank Trout come down and start the parade. While we're waiting on Chief Trout, Tuesday night tonight down there at the fair, they're going to have youth games for ages 12 and under in Arena A. That will begin immediately after the parade. Then we'll have entertainment on the main stage. Will be a youth and adult karaoke contest beginning at 7. And then following that will be the Robinson Chainsaw Woodcarvers will provide entertainment in the evening portion. Don't forget to stop down at the fair and see the Dexter Lions Club. They will be having funnel cakes for sale for $6 a piece. Dexter Lions Club has provided so far this year $15,000 in eye care for children in Stoddard County that need eye exams or eyeglasses. I want to thank the Dexter Lions Club for all they do. And it looks like the start of the parade is making it down Stoddard Street as we have our first UTV coming down the street with the Missouri state flag as well as our United States American flag. Driving that is Kenton Pope with Amick Burnett Funeral Homes in Scott City, Missouri. Looks like AMP Motorsports. Kyle Bellum is their driver. They've won a couple times this year. Next we have our Stoddard County Parade Grand Marshal, Miss Patty Shell. She's being driven in a car sponsored by Bud Shell Ford. Looks like one of their Explorers. Of course, Patty Shell, longtime member of the Dexter community. Following Patty Shell, we have Hank Trout, Dexter's Chief of Police. He has the mayor in there, Mr. Jason Bankin. Hi, Hank. Hank leads Bernie. He is the all-time leader in Bernie High School for field goals attempted. I don't know about field goals made, but Hank has been the police chief in Dexter for about a year and a half now as Trevor Pulley went on to the administrative side. Following Mr. Trout, we have Avery Ackman. Avery is the Miss Stoddard County Fair Queen. They voted on that on Sunday. Congratulations to Avery. And joining me now is your 2023 Stoddard County Presiding Commissioner-elect, Mr. Greg Mathis.
Woo! Just made it here, folks. If you hadn't been downtown Dexter yet, it's 75 degrees, partly cloudy, got a little bit of breeze blowing from the north. Absolutely wonderful evening. I've brought a jacket in case I need it before the evening's over. We've got quite a crowd here. Said I got here late, and coming from the west end of Stoddard Street, we got people packed everywhere. Big crowd, big crowd. What all they got going on tonight down at the carnival?
Down there at the carnival, straight after the parade ends, we're going to have youth games for ages 12 and under in Arena A. Then on the main stage, there will be a youth and adult karaoke contest that starts at 7. Ending the night will be the Robinson Chainsaw Woodcarvers, and they will start their show at 7 as well.
There's something going every night on the Midway. This is the 95th year for the fair. I wonder what they did 95 years ago.
Horse and buggies.
I didn't get an opportunity to ask my good friend Frank Sifford what they did the first year of the Stoddard County Fair. I'm sure he could have told us. Frank's an old Puxico boy, then eventually migrated to Bloomfield.
Walking down Stoddard Street to come up here on this hauler provided by Bud Shell Ford. We want to thank Jason and the crew down there for providing this rollback for us. I thought about what Mike Shannon would say tonight, what we would need, and I think it would be an ice cold Frosty, as hot as it is.
Well, I'm sure that there's some people around here, they might have a styrofoam cup in their hand and lid on it, no telling what they're got. Well, we got the firemen coming up.
We have the Dexter Police Department with a couple firefighters walking in front, passing out candy. Dexter's fire chief, Mr. Don Seymour, has been with the fire department for over 40 years. He took over from Al Bankin.
Now, Dexter has absolutely one of the best volunteer fire departments in the state of Missouri. The city administration, they have always given them the resources they need to train. They've given them the resources that they need for equipment, building, and we can't say enough about what these men do. It's just not fighting fires. They go out on accidents, first responding. When we had the tornado back in July of 2021, they were there all night working. They were back up the next morning there, going door to door, helping people, seeing what their needs were. And I'm telling you something, they are an asset to Stoddard County.
Greg Lynch just got his second bucket of candy. He's throwing it. We call one from the cheap seats.
I don't think Mr. Lynch is going to make it all the way down the street. He looks like he's sucking air right now.
Following the fire department, we have the Stoddard County Ambulance District. Again, the Stoddard County Ambulance District has some of the nicest equipment you will find in southeast Missouri. Make sure they stay up on the latest equipment.
And their training's phenomenal. What they do, they are up on everything with what they do, going out on the scenes and all. We have Stoddard County Sheriff's Department. There's the Chief Deputy, Andy Holden. And I believe that's his son helping him carry the banner. Oh, there's his wife, Amy.
It's like the Stoddard County Sheriff's Department has 10 vehicles in the parade tonight.
The deputies at one time were required to provide their own vehicle. It is probably, I don't know, maybe 12, 16 years ago. The county commission felt that it was more cost effective for the county to provide them. And it made a big difference in our budget, what we were paying out on mileage, etc. And it was a good deal that the county commission stepped up and did.
Next we have our Bloomfield Police. I want to thank the Bloomfield Police Department for all they do.
You know, they talk about, we got all these various police departments, law enforcement agencies coming through. You know, we talk about mutual aid. If one of the cities needs help, you know, the other cities are there to do whatever they can to help them out in any way. They call it mutual aid, and we're just very fortunate with the way all of our law enforcement agencies get along and try to help one another. Bloomfield has some very nice equipment coming through. It's the first time I've seen their ladder truck.
Bell City following Bloomfield. On Wednesday night down at the fair, you're going to have the Sheep and Goat judging at 6 p.m. Then you'll have the Joyful Noise Gospel Quartet at 7 on the main stage. And once again, Robinson Chainsaw Woodcarvers will also begin carving at 7 p.m.
I guess the Robinson Chainsaw Woodcarvers, they've been coming to Stoddard County for, I don't know, 25 years or more. They're always a big hit on the Midway, watching them carve. the end of the week, they auction off a lot of the things that they do, and that's the way they make their living, but they're extremely talented. Well, it's a warm evening down here, but I came straight from work and I'm a little overdressed and I'm more than comfortable, so it's not too bad.
Puxico Fire Department puts in the first float you'll see tonight. Puxico Fire Department, the young heroes in training. Have a couple young ones in there aspiring to be a firefighter later on in life.
They want to be like their mom or dad. It seems to be in the gene pool. Daddy or grandpa's a firefighter or works in emergency management. Seems like the kids or grandkids want to follow in their footsteps.
Coming up, we have D&K Towing and Recovery. Looks like they might do a lot of recovery work on 60 and 55 with bigger semi-trucks. Taking care of them, that's Daryl Abner out of Sykeston, Missouri.
That's quite a truck he's got there.
Jeff Riddle riding shotgun with Mr. Abner.
Bet that truck cost $25,000 or $30,000.
A month. Following them, you have JSR Environmental. JSR will go out if there is a environmental spill, maybe oil or gas leaks. They will go out and clean that up on the highway and remove that dirt and put in fresh dirt. Jeffrey Scott Riddle, Environmental Hazmat Response.
Jeffrey's been doing that now, I don't know, what, 12 years or so? He's become well known all across the Midwest. His services are widely asked for. Well, that red car there looks like ZZ Top video from back in the 80s.
The Gibbons brothers are always fan favorites down here in Stoddard County. We have Miss Missouri Outdoors, Miss Logan Holman.
It's a nice looking ride Miss Holman's in, Corvette.
Our first band tonight is the 2021 band competition winner in the Stoddard County Parade, the Richland Rebels. We will pause and listen to them.
Oh. Richland Rebel Band playing a little Carlos Santana. Of course, the Richland area, Gray Ridge, Essex, Hunterville. They've all been near and dear to my family's heart. It's where my mother grew up at. My grandparents lived in Gray Ridge for 65 years.
Also want to give a shout out to the Twirler. My wife twirled for the Marching Dexter Bearcat Band from 2000 to 2004. You don't see too many anymore in high school bands, but good to have them around.
You know, one of the things about Richland, they have one of the top photojournalism classes and teachers in the state of Missouri and maybe nationwide. The kids that Mr. Carter's putting out and with their photography skills is absolutely phenomenal. And what the awards they win, it's really impressive.
Miss Cindy Rhodes over there with after award year after year.
Well,
coming up, we have Smith Payne Realty. Miss Payne driving a red Silverado.
Yeah, got all their people trying to keep up.
Next we'll have,
got the grandkids out handing out candy.
we have Miss Preteen Miss SEMO District Fair Kendall Evans, Junior Miss May Hall Park Day as well, Queen.
I believe she's a young Essex lady.
Blue is the color so far tonight.
What do you call it? Midget mobiles? Into one of them. They've got a little thump to them. They got a little.
Shriners Club float coming
Yep.
by. They have a little shade.
Got their members and their wives and grandkids and kids all on there with them.
No man stands so tall as when he stoops to help a child, is what they have on the side of their float.
Well, the Shriners Hospital in St. Louis is an amazing organization. I don't remember it, but I was told 5 years ago I was taken there for some issues that I had with my ankles and feet. So they've been there a long time, and they do a tremendous work helping children. Norman Hardy, late Norman Hardy, he made a very nice contribution, his estate did, to the Shriners Hospital in St.
Our
Louis.
first tractor of the evening is sponsored by Farm Credit of Southeast Missouri, your ag lender. It's a nice tractor, John Deere 8230.
Agriculture drives the economy in Stoddard County. Make no bones about it. Have you thanked our good friends at Acor Media for putting us on TV tonight?
I thanked them right before you got here, Mr. Mathis.
Well, thank you. I mean, they've got quite a crew here, and I mean, the equipment that they put together. They're at sporting events, doing documentaries, live streaming.
Coming up on Thursday night, Acor Media will head over on 60 East to the Sykeston Fieldhouse, where Sykeston will take on Poplar Bluff. Coverage begins at 7 o'clock, and you will not find more video cameras at a high school football game than you will when Acor Media is covering one. They had 4 at the Bearcats game last week. I want to thank them for covering the local sporting events.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, they've got the equipment, and they do the job. They are a dedicated bunch of folks, and he's got good people. Knows what they're doing. Well, it looks like our first political bunch will be the Stoddard County Republicans.
A float driven by Mr. Cecil Weeks. He is your Stoddard County clerk. Your sign must be on the other side, Mr. Mathis.
Well, I didn't think they had enough room to put mine on.
Looks like we have the Stoddard County prosecuting attorney-elect Sawyer Smith and his wife Lisa walking alongside Brent Stidham and his mother.
Hey,
passing out candy to the young kids.
Good. Brent got a hair. I'm not Brent.
Sawyer got a haircut. Yeah. Thanks,
well,
Brent.
Brent needs to get a haircut.
We have Josh Speakman right behind them. Josh has brought a little bit of technology along the way to his office, putting some auctions online every now and then for stuff that comes up for sale in Stoddard County.
Josh got some big old speakers in the back of his truck. We got some technical difficulties. There's Sheriff Carl Hefner. I gave him Carl a hard way to go the other day. Told him he's losing weight.
Following Sheriff Hefner, we have the 2022 Miss Missouri Peach Queen, Cecily Graham. The 2022 Petite Miss, Bernie.
Puxico there.
Then we have the Miss Puxico 2022, Addison Shepard.
Yep.
She's driven in a Henderson Auto Sales Incorporated.
She's also the Miss Stoddard County Fair second attendant. All right, we got the Bernie Mule marching band.
Thank you, Mr. Peterson, for fixing my headset. takes a lot carrying that equipment around, especially if you're going to Puxico where
Far from us. You know, these bands, the people don't understand or realize how much time and effort they put in during the summer, getting in shape for the Dexter with their football shows, the parades that they're in. As you said, going to Puxico and doing that parade, I'm going to tell you what, if you ain't in shape for that one, you're going to be tuckered out and sucking wind by the end of it.
somebody else that'll probably suck wind when they get done doing something, Stroud Tree Service.
I'll tell you something, them boys work.
Beautiful American flag on the back of their bucket machine. Then we'll have Hall's Service Company, Heating and Cooling. Eric Hall was a year older than me in school. Eric was a good pitcher back in the day.
Yeah, Eric was a good pitcher.
He developed a nice little business for himself here in the Stoddard County area.
Well, Eric's family, Mr. Johnson, his grandfather, I mean, they've been in heating and air conditioning in Dexter and Stoddard County forever. His mom and grandpa and uncle, they all lived around the corner from us on Fanetta Street when I was growing up. We all played together in the same neighborhood.
Coming up, we have the Dexter Bearcat Lady Bearcat volleyball team. Starla Pulley's their head coach. Haley Orff is their assistant. I got to watch them play the other evening. Rachel Cobb was very impressive, spiking and serving the ball. They got Miss Giles back there. She's another senior.
We got Carly over there on the far side. She's very impressive senior, very talented.
They are a fun group to go out and watch if you have a chance. They're going to be home at some point in time, I think this week, but they are a fun group to watch.
Real quick before we get into our next float, you know, Stoddard County has some of the absolute best volleyball in the state of Missouri. It's fun to watch. The girls are dedicated, and I'm going to tell you, they're athletes.
We have Peachy Keen Boutique and Bella Bean Boutique with the first or second float we've had tonight. They are going Christmas themed.
Christmas in September.
Looks like Josh Allday walking alongside them with Addie Medley.
Well, there's Josh and Addie. I don't know what Josh's job description is right there. But
you can follow Peachy Keen at Peachy Keen Events Missouri on Facebook and Instagram. They have a little service where they will come and set up for your birthday parties or celebrations. Seen a couple things they've done. They are a nice service to have around.
I think they've got a little office there behind McDonald's there on Business 60.
Yes, sir.
Massey Ferguson coming through.
Cotton Stalk in memory of Howard. Can't see that last name.
Well, you can see it better than me, because I can't see it at all.
Also want to thank, we have a little break here, Miss Alicia Trammell. She is the executive director of the Dexter Chamber of Commerce. She worked in conjunction with the Stoddard County Fair Board in planning the events of the parade today. So Alicia and her girl that works at the office and the Stoddard County Fair Board have been busy. Alicia said they have 90 entries in this year's parade. Last year they had 60, so 30 more than what we were accustomed to last year.
Well, last year, if I'm not mistaken, we got a little rain.
We had a rain delay for just a little bit.
No rain in the forecast tonight. Who do we got coming up?
We got a little Top Gun music playing.
Well, they got some helium jet planes floating around.
Looks like it is Young Real Estate going to take you right into the danger zone. There's Mark Wunderlich driving for Young Real Estate. Mark and Danielle and TJ.
He's driving because he's got the air conditioner blowing on him. He's got all these people out walking in the hot.
Yeah, all he's missing is Tom Cruise driving by in a motorcycle, giving us the fist in his leather jacket. There's Danielle.
There's a lot of real estate being sold in Stoddard County. We got some very good real estate companies, Young Real Estate.
There's Miss Linda Collier, Linda Walken. She's an old Gray Ridge girl. She is probably the leading real estate seller in Stoddard County and has been for a number of years. Or Sophia.
Linda grew up next door to my grandparents. I'd say she was probably there when I was brought home from the hospital. Known the Long family for years and years and years.
Next up is the Wapapella Pickers. They were buy, sell, and trade anything you have or you might want to get rid of, give them a holler. They are online resellers. You can call them at 573-208-3774.
They've got quite a business. They really do. They cover a wide area and bring a lot of things in people want to buy.
Remember Sherm Smith told me one time he went in somebody's garage and there had been a 1967 Shelby GT 500 that had been covered in that garage for about 30 years. And when they pulled the blanket off that thing, they enjoyed what they saw.
Sherman's a good man. He used to stop by and see me occasionally at the office, bring one of his latest finds and bring me out and show me about it, talk to me about it. I didn't understand what he was talking about, but he sure enjoyed showing them.
Coming up, we have the Dexter Medical Center. Poplar Bluff Regional Medical Center operates that facility in Dexter, Missouri. Same and next day appointments. You can call them at 573-624-3600.
They're on 1 Mile Road. They've been a staple in the Dexter medical community for many years. Now, Dexter's fortunate with the number of medical providers that we have. We're very fortunate for a town and county our size.
Well, you set me up for the sponsor of the Stoddard County Fair Parade, Southeast Health. Once again, Southeast Health operates the Stoddard County facility in Dexter, the only 24-hour emergency department in the area. We want to thank them for continuing to operate that. Stoddard County is kind of an enigma as far as you don't see towns or communities our size that have a 24-hour operating healthcare facility, but Southeast Health has made that pledge to our area, and we are very thankful for that.
Well, I know people have heard me say it more than once. And I was walking behind the house one night out with the dogs, and boom, next thing I knew I was on the ground. So I didn't have my cell phone. It was all I could do to get back to the house, and went out to Southeast Health emergency room, and I could not have been taken care of any better.
One more thing, we have Dr. Andrew Moore that operates a oncology Tuesdays and Thursdays at Dexter, so people can get chemotherapy treatments. Very thankful for bringing that operation a little bit closer to home. As Puxico High School, the Marching Indians, the Rhythm Steppers, come right in.
The Rhythm Steppers. In the early days of the traveling band trophy, the Puxico Rhythm Steppers were traditionally, they won many times, and I'm sitting here trying to think the name of their band director back then, super guy. But I'm going to tell you something, they have always had a good band.
It's always a wonderland at Crowley Ridge Care Center. We've been very, very familiar with the Crowley Ridge Care Center over the past 2 years. They've always done a nice job for our family, and we appreciate them providing that service in Southeast Missouri.
They've done a wonderful job. My mother's been out there, my dad's been out there, and they've taken good care of us. Could not have been any happier with the services and medical, food, laundry, whatever our family needed, they took care of us.
Elderland Farms coming up. Jerry Elder.
Good friend Jerry Elder, a long time. He's retired from the United States Air Force. Jerry came back to Stoddard County and got Elderland Farms, cattle, meat, got deer processing. Jerry does it all.
Right behind them, we have the 2021 third place band competition winner, the Marching Malden Green Wave.
Hey, Jerry's going to have to drive a little faster. They're stepping it off.
We've recently got a cow processed at Elderland. Been very happy with what they've done for us, and also with deer season on us right now with archery season beginning this past week. Take your deer to get processed right here local to home.
Jerry is a wonderful, wonderful man.
The retiring Miss Stoddard County Fair Queen from 2021, Miss Riley Corlew, again in a blue dress. She was also the 2022 SEMO District Fair first alternate. Congratulations, Riley.
That young lady's got the right idea. I don't think they called it an umbrella, parasol or something.
It's Grace Tilley. She's the 2022 Junior Miss Advanced Labor Day Queen. Congratulations to Grace. Coming up, we have Southern FS. Southern FS purchased Boot Hill Petroleum and now operates that oil and gas supply transportation company in southeast Missouri. FS, Southern FS.
Providing our farmers with propane, residences with propane, seed, fertilizer, they do it all. Again, it's one of those agriculture-related businesses. Got Walker Auto Sales, LLC. Got an 820 number.
And coming up, we have the Bell City High School Marching Band. Bell City with about 10 members that made the travel here tonight in Dexter, Missouri. Here they are. Once again, I want to thank the Bell City Marching Cubs for being here this evening.
So they did a fine job. Numbers are small, but they can sure play their drums.
Bell City School District is fortunate to have Nestle Purina in their district as they pay a large sum of tax money that goes directly to the school district.
That is a Nestle Purina. I can't say enough about them. That's one of those unknown businesses that does absolutely wonderful things for Stoddard County.
As we have Chandler Bates, the Dogwood Azalea Petite Princess, Little Miss Bernie Queen, and the Petite Miss Stoddard County Fair Queen. Chandler Bates, I believe, her mom's Jade Bates. Little Mr. Peach Fair King, Lennon Cox, and Little Mr. Stoddard County Fair First Alternate.
That's Dougie and Susan driving that car.
Oh, it is Doug and Susan. Doug,
yeah.
long-time cooker of meat in Dexter, Missouri.
Didn't even wave at us.
Eric Paris. Eric is out at Autry Moreland now. Go see him and he can sell you anything.
But he'd like to sell you that ride. He looks good in that. That Tina'd want him to bring it home.
Autry Moreland with another truck right behind Eric.
And, you know, it's another one of those things, you know, Stoddard County, Dexter, automobile dealers. A lot of people come into Stoddard County, Dexter to purchase automobiles. And it's another big business industry that we have in our county, in our city.
And the Stoddard County Gospel Mission coming up. If you take a box of macaroni and cheese to the fair on Wednesday night, you can trade that box of macaroni and cheese for a ticket for a ride. That'll be good from down there from 5 o'clock to 7:30 p.m. They will be collecting that to distribute it locally here in Stoddard County.
Folks, they do a wonderful, wonderful job helping those in need. They don't turn anybody away. They've got first-class clothing, furniture. It's not junk that they have. They take good care of the people that come in. Kim really does a wonderful job. Cannot say enough about Kim and her family, the Lemons, who've been operating that, running it for Stoddard County for years.
Dexter Senior High School graduate of 1975, Mr. Rick Williams, driving the big job Ford F800.
I bet his dad put that together. Where moving is their middle name, Ricky Jean. Ricky and I went to school together, graduated in 75. He was an offensive lineman. He did the grunt work. You know, Ricky's retiring after this year. He's done officiated football for 45 years. This is his last year. He's one of the most premier football officials in the state of Missouri.
And right behind them, we have the Dexter High School Marching Bearcat Band. Their band director is Mr. Giovanni Walker and also Mr. Cody Jenkerson.
I guess Giovanni's second or third year, maybe second year here at DHS.
Yep, the band opens up the Bearcat football games, home games on Friday night with American the Beautiful and the national anthem. We always enjoy listening to them. Coming up, we have VNA Visiting Nurse Association. They are dressed up as Toy Story.
Yeah, but some of those people in those costumes are a little warm.
You've got a friend in VNA.
VNA does a wonderful, wonderful job. Home health, hospice, nurses, their administrative staff, just absolutely wonderful people. Very dedicated to what they do to help those in need.
As I look across the way, I see Mr. Josh Ayers from the Dexter Daily Statesman. He is always at every event in and around the surrounding communities. Behind them, I see Mr. Joel Dorr, longtime Dexter policeman. Want to thank them for everything they do around the area.
Well, we got Josh Ayers on our mind. I'm going to tell you something. He's the glue that's holding our paper together. He stepped in the last year and a half, and done absolutely wonderful work to make sure that Dexter and Stoddard County has a paper.
And we have our hometown Harps. As they moved locations recently, they're operating on Business 60 now out of the Old Town and Country location. Harps has been a staple in the Dexter area for a long time, and also other communities in Stoddard County.
Yeah, they were down the street from my house for a long time. I could just walk up there 15 to 9 before they closed and get me a thing of cookies. Can't do that anymore. Talking to Ben about one of our about our Stoddard County Fair Spare.
Title sponsor of the Stoddard County Fair Parade, Mr. Mathis.
Thank you. The Southeast Health Center of Stoddard County does offer gastroenterology, I can't even say it, services here in Dexter. If it's time to have your routine colonoscopy screening, Dr. Brent Keller and Dr. Hendon offer those services at our facility here in Dexter. You don't have to go out of town, and you can call 573-331-7910, and our team will help you determine if you need a referral.
Can't mention Southeast Health without talking about the pediatrician, Dr. Corey Blocker. Probably sees 75% of the kids in Stoddard County. Corey's always busy. Appreciate everything he does as well.
Dr. Yeoman, he's moved into Dexter with his dermatology practice. They have quite a business he's built up. Come in providing a need. Again, that's one of those things you don't have to leave Stoddard County for. He comes locally, taken care of here in his office. And you don't have to go to Cape, Poplar Bluff, Sykeston, or wherever.
Following Dr. Yeoman, we have the Bloomfield High School Marching Wildcat Band. Again, you think about these small towns we have in this area, but I can look at every school and think about the good things they do. Richland has the photography, then you look at Bloomfield with Tony Hill and everything they do for kids that are in a rural area that have the technology and things that kids in bigger cities have. So we're very fortunate to have the things we have around.
Their superintendent, Tony Hill, she's a Stoddard County girl, came from Bernie. Does a wonderful, wonderful job making sure that the students and teachers have what they need in Bloomfield.
Following the marching Wildcats of Bloomfield, we have the Petite Miss Stoddard County Fair contestant, Isabella Farmer. Also the Young Miss Stoddard County Fair second alternate, Katie Farmer, and the Young Miss Stoddard County Fair queen, Emma Crow.
Beautiful young ladies. And I'm sure those outfits they're wearing is holding the heat well. There's Miss Addison Williamson, Miss Richland High School, 2022. She's the first freshman in the last 30 years to be crowned Miss Richland High School. I read that in the local newspaper.
Thank you, Josh Ayers. Next, we have the Stoddard County Farm Bureau 2021 Agricultural Economic Contribution. $546 million in value added, $1.4 billion in output, 8,210 jobs, $522.8 million in household income.
That's what the word I was looking for a while ago was value added. That with our farmers, the businesses that go in and around to support them. Hilton storm chasing.
Hey, the next time we have a storm come up in the air, you need to watch him live on Facebook. It is great, great content.
Didn't know we had one. Obviously, you know more about him than I did.
Next, we have our friends from Poplar Bluff. Clear 94.5, Best Country, 95.5 The Bone. I was brought up on 95.5 The Bone and 100.7 KGMO out of Cape.
Yeah, 95.5 The Bone back in the 80s, late 70s. They were the rock station in southeast Missouri. KWOC, home of the Mules. You know, KWOC, and I said they're from Poplar Bluff, but I'll say this real quick. They had the premier sportscaster in all of southeast Missouri, and Mr. Bus Carr. Mr. Bus Carr, they named the Carr Award for him for the best southeast Missouri football player. I can remember being a senior and walking around the top of the Poplar Bluff gymnasium. We were over there playing as a senior. And Mr. Carr came up and he said, "You had a good Christmas tournament, Greg." And I was just absolutely floored that he even knew my name or knew who he was. I was on cloud 9 for about a month. Mr. Carr knew my name. He was quite a sportscaster.
Next, we have the Bloomfield chapter of the National Future Farmers of America organization. They have their Hey Now, Bloomfield, Missouri doesn't horse around. Thank Justin Gerald for providing their trailer tonight for their float. They're also sponsored by Farm Credit, Southeast Missouri. FFA is one of those organizations that kids learn life lessons, raising chickens, raising livestock, maybe doing a little gardening.
No, FFA is not for boys anymore. They have more girls in it than they do boys. You know, girls are very active in our agriculture community.
Next we have the camp. It's kind of like the Ohio State University, except it's the camp in Lake Wapapello. You can go there, you can rent it out to have a reunion or a reception, and they also have live music every now and then on the weekends, Friday and Saturday night.
Didn't know that. You must have been over there before.
I have not.
That's quite a camper trailer.
That's the Gravity 30-footer provided by Poplar Bluff RV Sales.
You know, back when they had the pandemic, RV sales went through the roof. People wanted to get out and be on their own out in the wilderness. Go to campgrounds, sit around a campfire and meet new friends. See you at the Midway, and that would be from Bluff Signs. You know, Stoddard County has a bunch of those type of signs in town, out town.
They just appeared all of a sudden, it seems like.
Yep. They're, the clarity on what they put out there is absolutely amazing. We've got a sign out there from the funeral home of our senior girl volleyball players. And, I mean, it's crystal clear what you can do with those things now.
Oh, Meg Simmons was another senior Lady Bearcat volleyball player I forgot to mention, so I'm sorry, Laura, but we got her in there. Now, next we have the old Southeast Co-op with one of their spray rigs. Southeast Co-op down south of Dexter on Highway 25. They provide a great service to the agricultural community and been a part of Southeast Missouri for a very long time. What's his name, Marvin?
Good friend Marvin. Marvin's been down there for as long as Southeast Co-op's been there. Always comes in, gives me a hug. Marvin Layton. Go ahead and throw his last name in there. He's a heck of a good fella. Well, I'm really impressed at the weather. I mean, I really thought we were going to be warm, and I'm dressed in a long sleeve shirt, black pants, got a tie on because I got here late, and I'm more than comfortable.
Next we have Miss Kaylee Mason, 2022 Junior Miss Bernie and the Junior Miss Congeniality. Once again, thanks to Bud Shell for bringing their new rowback truck down here for me and Greg to sit on tonight. Jason Pounds down there helping us out. What's Boyer's first name?
Who?
Boyer that works down at Bud Shell Ford.
What? No, Wade.
Wade, yeah, Wade.
Is it Wade? Wade Stoker.
Wade Stoker, yeah, not Boyer.
Yeah, Wade takes
Stoker.
care of
Yeah.
him. Jason.
Yeah.
Up. Here comes the train with their float. Union Pacific.
Next we have Miss Aniston Kate, Baby Queen. Aniston looks to be about maybe a year.
Looks to be about 64 years younger than me.
Ty Lambert behind them, baby Mr. Stoddard County Fair 2022 and the GMC AT4 HD. Bruce or Terry Christian would like to sell you one of those, I'm sure.
Alan Christian, they're doing a little remodeling out there at the old Taylor Christian place. They've tore off the front of that. You can see the old Taylor Christian sign. I can remember that when I was a kid growing up. That Bud Taylor and Alan, that's where they got their start at.
Second 8 Series John Deere of the night. A lot of farmers out harvesting corn, cutting corn, harvesting rice right now. Beans will be a couple weeks away. Early bird gets the worm.
Well, I tell you what, the weather they've had couldn't have been any more cooperative. There hadn't been no rain holding them back. I know some of the friends that I have already got their corn in. They took a couple of days off and went and golfed.
Next we have the fitness connection where health is a priority.
They got 24/7 access, and of course they're down on Stoddard, West Stoddard Street here in Dexter. And, they're on West Market Street. And if you go out traveling out through there different hours, there's people over there working out. They can get in, get out, got their own key. It's no excuse not to exercise in Dexter or Stoddard County. I don't guess there's an excuse for it. I don't.
Baby Miss Stoddard County, Best of America Supreme, Kylie Loggins, ABP 2022.
Yeah, she's in the front, isn't she?
Smart one.
With that air conditioning blowing on her.
Now we have Kiger Electric. He is driving Stetson Kiger, the tiny Mr. King of the Stoddard County Fair Parade. Jerry and his son do a lot of electrical work in Southeast Missouri.
They do a bunch of electrical work.
Jerry used to climb the poles at Dexter High School and change the light bulbs out. I would not want that job.
Well, your grandfather did it for about 20 years. We used to go out there with him and he'd hand down a rope with a bag on it, and we'd send a light back up to him. He climbed them. They didn't have the lifts to get you up halfway.
Next we have the Little Miss Essex Gray Ridge first alternate, Mary Claire. Can't read the last name.
Oh, I can't neither. I couldn't read the first two.
Here come our friends at Busy Bee. Bobby Gardner and Sam at Busy Bee can get you anything you need or want.
They are the man. I'm going to tell you what they're adding on, building on. They've got the material out there. If you need some building supplies, they've got it.
Like Sam and Bobby, they got all their children out, passing out candy. There's Nicole, Sam's wife, sitting on the float.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. You don't need to go to Saxon or Poplar Love to get building materials. You can get it right here locally in Stoddard County in Dexter. The Garner family's been a part of our community for 40 years. I can remember when they built the store out there on 1 Mile Road.
There he is, Sam Gardner, another 2004 graduate of Dexter Senior High School, hauling a little lumber on the back. Red is the color the Gardner family picked long ago, and they have stuck with it.
Now, Mr. Garner, their daddy, he stays out there. He kind of sits back, but he looks over, makes sure everything's running well. I think it's hard for some people just to get away from it.
Wouldn't know anything about that.
I'm sure you don't. We let the 2022 Stoddard County ARC King and Queen get by us. The ARC down on Grant Road, across from the high school, old practice football field. Do a wonderful job for our developmentally disabled. Sherry Gines, their longtime director out there, passed away this last year. Sherry was just an absolute wonderful person, absolutely dedicated to those that needed her services. There's Bruce Jones Construction. They do a lot of work here in Dexter and Stoddard County. They've been in business now for several years.
Nothing sweeter than Jesus.
What church is that?
I'm waiting and looking.
Oh, it's Bobby Blair. He's driving that.
The Assembly
Got his
Church.
wife Jane there. That's the Assembly of God Church, if I'm not mistaken, out of Essex. Might be wrong, but I think I'm right. Bobby and Jane, they pull that float for them about every year.
Go over a couple activities on Saturday. We will be having down at the Stoddard County Fair. The FFA Buyers Breakfast begins at 8 o'clock, followed by the FFA auction in the livestock barn at 9. Go down to that livestock auction. You can purchase the child's animal and donate the money back to offset their cost of raising the animal throughout the year, or you can keep the animal. From 12 to 4, admission is $5 for adults. Children 6 and under are free, and they will also have a second bracelet time during Saturday afternoon from 1 to 5. Bracelets will be $25 Saturday afternoon from 1 to 5. On Thursday night for bracelet night, they will be $30.
Our Southeast County Fair Parade sponsor, Southeast Health, provides advanced heart and vascular care close to home. Dr. Fernando Arzola is an experienced cardiologist who maintains a full-time office in Dexter at Doctors Park for the convenience of those patients living in or near Stoddard County. You can make an appointment by calling 614-1971, and it's Girl Scout time. Girl Scout cookies. I'm a Girl Scout. What's your superpower? I think your mother was a Girl Scout.
That assembly float was the Assembly of God Church in Bloomfield. Thank you, Lori Malloy, for correcting us on that.
Well, we were close. It was in Stoddard County, Lori.
Lori and Carlos are sitting at home. Carlos just had knee surgery, and I'm sure they're enjoying the ACOR media coverage on their television. There we have the Dexter FFA. There's Ben Christian.
Ben and the boys.
Dexter has a great FFA program.
The bale of hay don't push off or he's going to fall off.
We got Jordan Massey, who came into Dexter, I think, last year. He started the lawnmower deal in the springtime. You can take the lawnmowers to them, and they will change the oil and put a new filter in there for you. Great service that the Dexter Ag and FFA program have provided, so thank you, Jordan.
Remember, our Southeast Health Center of Stoddard County recently added 3 new emergency room physicians. They're pleased to add Dr. Erickson, Dr. Fernan, and Dr. Starwalt to our local Southeast Health team. At Southeast Health Center of Stoddard County, they're committed to providing patients with the highest quality care and the most innovative breast cancer screening technology. That's why we're proud to offer the Genesis 3D mammography exam, the most exciting advancement in mammography in over 30 years. You know, Southeast Health is getting a very, very valuable piece of equipment for radiology. We got a Senator Blunt helped us out getting that. What do you call that?
We got an MRI machine, $4.1 million grant from the federal government.
There we go.
The trailer, the semi-trailer they used to bring in once a week will no longer be needed, as we will have our own located inside the facility. Once again, that was a $4.1 million grant that Southeast Health was able to receive with the help of Senator Blunt, the outgoing senior senator from Missouri.
Absolutely. I mean, we couldn't have got that without Senator Blunt. I mean, what he did for Southeast Missouri and Stoddard County was phenomenal to help us get that equipment. It rivals anything you have between between St. Louis and Memphis.
I can't believe one night, I think it was a year and a half ago, my wife and I were eating at Dolphers in beautiful downtown Dexter, and we looked over and there was Charlie Cruz sitting down with Senator Blunt, having a nice meal at Dolphers. Charlie Cruz sitting down with Senator Blunt, having a nice meal at Dolphers. Asked my wife if she knew who that was, and she said she had no idea. And I said, that's one of the most powerful men in the country.
Yeah, he used to be a Speaker of the House. That's number 3 in line to the presidency. Welcome, Bear Chemical and Asgrow, helping America's farmers grow.
Little Miss Liberty Days coming up. Ellie Martin, 2022 Queen. They have a nice little float. Another thing we have back, their 2022 Stoddard County Fair Board Scholarship recipients were Dawson Hill, Matthew Finch, Alyssa Gerald, Matthew Dowdy, Patrick Lutmer, Belle Jones, and Luke Connor. Combined award scholarships for 2022 was $5,750. So thank you to the Fair Board for giving back. Also want to remind you to go down when you're on the Midway this week and see the Dexter Lions Club. They will have funnel cakes for sale, $6 a cake. That's a couple dollars cheaper than you can buy them from the Midway. Dexter Lions Club keeps the money local. We pay for eyeglasses and eye exams for children from Bernie, Puxico, Advance, Dexter, Bloomfield, Richland. Anybody in the area, we do not turn children away. If they need an eye exam or glasses, we will take care of them.
St. Francis Medical Center have a truck coming through. St. Francis, they've providing a very nice medical facility that they built out off of just right off Highway 60. What we got coming up? Another FFA group?
Another FFA, trying to see what town it is from. I want to say it's from Richland.
Richland.
Richland's probably one of the most supported FFA programs in the nation. Many farms in southeast Missouri are headquartered out of the Richland, Essex, Gray Ridge area.
Corn seems to be the theme of the FFA floats this year. Southeast Health is proud to provide infusion services in Dexter at our Southeast Infusion Center. Every aspect of care is designed around each patient and his or her specific needs. We're steadfast in our commitment to offer patients the best experience while they are in our care. What that means is, folks, if you're doing chemo, you don't have to go to Cape, St. Louis, or whatever. You can get it right here in Dexter. There's our man from the gun room.
Adam Sweeney and his dad have a little float in the parade tonight. Adam and his wife Brittany opened up the gun room on Stoddard Street in Dexter, Missouri last year. You can go see them for all your firearm needs. Ammunition. They have a nice little store in Dexter. It's real nice on the inside. Adam will find you whatever you want or desire.
As I said last year, somebody remembered and told me the other day, Stoddard County loves its guns. Got the Wizard of Oz. Like we got the Tin Man, we got the Scarecrow, we got the Coyote Lion. There's no place like home with Sage Creek. They've got Dorothy there. Don't see Toto.
If I only had a brain.
Well, don't know who she is and what she is, but they're going through. Maybe there was Sage Creek.
Once again, Saturday night is the Kings night down on the Midway. They will have the Demolition Derby will kick off at 7 o'clock. Also on the main stage at 7 will be the Other Brothers Band. That band consists of Paul Pierce, Eric Basham, Aaron Kyle, Josh Abrams, and Sean Jordan. The Demolition Derby will be presented by Thunder Valley. That's a $5 admission fee, and always the highlight of the Stoddard County Fair there on Saturday night.
Hunting for Adventures at Central Gardens. Used to be the old Central Elementary School. A couple of entrepreneurs bought that, made an assisted living center out of it. My grandmother's been there, my father's been there, and I'm going to tell you something. They do a first-rate job taking care of their residents.
Danny Jones looks like driving the former state rep, Billy Pat Wright, on the golf cart.
Well, Billy Pat, he was always the greeter when you come in over there.
Is he the mayor?
I can't think of Kim's last name. She's the administrator over there, and I kick myself for not knowing it. But I'm going to tell you, she just absolutely bent over backwards as we tried to get some care from assisted living care for Dad.
There's B&D Incorporated. Looks like they provide lawn services. B&D Lawn Care. They have a tiller, spray rig.
Our beds are just right. Autry Moreland's providing the vehicle.
Got the horses coming through. You know what that means, Gregory?
Means we should have some flashing lights coming right down at the end. Like people are heading to the house for some chili, potato soup, Mexican corn chowder.
Once again, want to thank Barry Aycock and the whole team at Acor Media for everything they do. It's a nice service we have in this area. You can see original content from Acor Media with Barry Interesting, Southeast Missouri's favorite uncle. Uncle Barry interviews different individuals and finds stories unique to Southeast Missouri. They also have an In the Arena program with Barry Aycock, Lloyd Smith, and Philip Britt, where they discuss local and statewide political issues that affect our area.
It's a growing thing there. People are going to catch on to that. Now, they really provide some good content, and that's Barry's whole thing. Him and Michelle are wanting to provide content that people can learn from, and you know, during the political season, I was down there wanting to people know, give you the options of hearing what candidates have to say. We also want to thank our parade sponsor, Southeast Health of Stoddard County. Southeast Family Medicine of Dexter, located at 1200 North 1 Mile Road, is home to Dr. Riza Jalal, Dr. Drew Satterfield, Dr. Jennifer Selman, Corey Blocker, Kimberly Essner, Christine Geatley, Lori Gibbon, Ashley Gantner, Judy Pettigo, and Tori Sherman. And you can certainly give them a call at 624-7575, and I think either myself or my family's seen each one of those doctors and or family nurse practitioners. Well, it's the EMA. Dave Whitaker, our old EMA guy, just recently left the building. Dave's taking over now and assisting till they get somebody hired. It'll be hired by the county commission. I think they've got several good people that's put their names in, and we'll see where that goes.
Once again, all this week, you can head down just east of Dexter at the Stoddard County Fairgrounds to the Stoddard County Fair. Make sure you stop by the Rotary and the Lions Club and all those local places that have the food and the desserts to eat, as they provide local services and scholarships to the local area. Once again, the Demolition Derby will be Saturday night at 7 o'clock. Friday night, I think we have, let's see, Maggie Thorne. There we go. Maggie Thorne's going to be on the main stage at 7 o'clock on Thursday night, bracelet night, $30 a bracelet. Maggie has hit songs of My Soldier, Light of a Clear Blue Morning, I Want to Be You, and I'm Doing Better. Her dad, Tony Thorne, and her have been playing around the Stoddard County, Southeast Missouri area for a long time, and that will be a good show.
Maggie is extremely talented. She plays all over. She's played at Nashville. She's played everywhere.
Well, I think that's going to wrap it up for us at this 2022 Stoddard County Fair Parade. From Greg Mathis, I'm Aaron Mathis. Thank you all for coming out and enjoying tonight's events. We'll see you again next year.
We'll see you on the Midway.
In a very short period of time, we've experienced amazing growth and success at Southeast Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. And through it all, we've had only one goal: to get you back to life. And when things get better, when you feel better, we'll be right here to cheer you on. Southeast Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, always by your side.